Hey, greetings and salutations to you people of the interwebs. So today we're going to be unboxing first impressions. Can I transform it straight away without looking at the instructions? This guy. This is Transformers Kingdom, War for Cybertron Kingdom rather, Tigertron. Are we still talking about Tigertron? I don't know how old this figure is. It's new to me anyway. I suppose we're awaiting now the slow drip of legacy. But while we wait for that, I want to tell you about the amazing YouTube things you can do. The usual YouTube things, not amazing. You can like this video, you can comment on this video, and if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe. Guys, it really helps my algorithms apparently to be pumped up, and make sure that YouTube realizes that I am not just wasting loads of the fucking data with all these trash videos I keep putting up. But yeah, fuck the police. What? The YouTube police. Tigertron, let's go. My mouth, I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes. But he's got a box. He's got some fancy artwork there. You can see like the silhouette of like a tiger type thing there. I would have thought it would have been a paw, but there you go. So that's what it looks like apparently. That's what it looks like on his Tinder profile. Here we go, let's go. So we'll open the box. Instructions, warnings, over there. I'm thinking with this guy, he's... Should we famous last words of this? He's not going to be too hard, is he? I'm you know, I do have Cheetor, so this is kind of an extensive kind of like enlarge animation. This is like the being enlarged on a digital level, and you know, obviously remolded as well to give it more of that tiger bulk. But essentially, it should be the train transformation. Shoot myself now. I don't know. I think saying fuck the police and shoot myself, I might end up getting shadow banned on YouTube anyway at this rate. So let's just go and remove these twisty ties, shall we? There Have we got them all off? I think now it's just a case of... Yeah, it's just he's got some on his paws, so at the back, cheeky twisty ties there. So we've got all that off, and let's put his leg back on. Good old ball joints. Champions of breaking and not breaking Transformers. Here he is out of the box. That's a solid Transformer. That is not much wiggle waggling, which you know is quite good, because I found that in the late waves of Kingdom we have been starting to get we've been getting a bit of a drop in quality with the deluxes. They were starting to get a little bit loosey goosey. Gun, nothing hiding on this guy. Accessory wise, there is the card here. The card / sticker. We've got Predacon Black Arachnia, and if we fold this back or remove this, we've got Dark Sorcerer Black Arachnia. She's got some kind of staff, and she's ready to be evil, probably being reformatted by Unicron or some such. And so we'll carefully Stick that back on. There you go. Cards and stickers. It's all good fun, isn't it, in the end, until you end up with cards and stickers everywhere. Right. The main event. Here he is. Tigertron. There's something just minty fresh about this particular... do we call this blue? Is it green? Bluey green? Turquoise? Is that turquoise? Is that the colour? Me man, not understand shades of colour. And the white with the black stripes. There's something, there's something terribly minty about Tigertron, which I like. He's got his back plates here with his legs hanging off, but that's not sinful. That's not, big old sin. He's got this flap here. It flaps back as well, so he's got a bit of a bum flap if you want to give him some back articulation on his legs. So do we talk about articulation? I don't know. Head sculpt looks great. It's on a ball joint. Nice splash of red in the centre. His eyes have come out proper clean. It's got moulded in that Tigertron face. Well, they've not painted in any whiskers or anything like that. I suppose maybe Cheetah's more like that, actually having painted whiskers, and Tigertron's just a liney face guy, tigery face guy. Why would he be liney faces if he's a tiger? There's no pictures of whiskers on his box art, right? And so yeah, head ball joint can't wiggle waggle that much, but it can spinny roundy. Universals here at the arms. Obviously going backwards is getting inhibited. You can kind of butterfly them back a little bit, but yeah, the joint allows for the articulation. The engineering denies it, but it's there. I don't like that these flaps don't seem to have been pegged in properly, so when you're moving them around, things start to unpeg here at the waist. Bicep swivel. Yeah. Double jointed elbow. I love a double jointed elbow, don't we? We like a double jointed elbow. And the wrist swivel. All good. Is that how far his waist should be? His waist feels a bit weird. It feels like it looks a bit weird. I mean, should it be all plugged in like so? It just tapers off in kind of just a weird joint there. It does rotate, but once you rotate, it kind of again starts to unplug and separate. If you just move that around too vigorously. Again, universals at the hippy hips. It's got that flap, like I mentioned straight away, that we saw. So that moves around. There is a thigh rotation, and there's not really that much. I mean, there's a couple of waffles there, but that's not much really than what we're used to seeing nowadays. Nice big single jointed knee bend. The ankles go top to tail. Does have a ankle wrist there. Ankle wrist. He's got an ankle wrist. It's literally just got it looks like a hand on his ankles, and I don't think that's used as a hand at any point. And of course, Transformers these days, they need to be able to look like they've been in misery and had their ankles broken the fuck out of them. So yeah, he's got breaky ankles. Right. All good, all good, all good. He has accessories. So he does have his tail whip. You can hold like this, or like this. So he can be a tiger and do some lion taming. And he does have, unlike Cheetor, a guts gun. So this is a favoured accessory back from the original toys in Beast Wars. It's a gun. It's got the resemblance of guts on the end, because when they had integrated weaponry, that's where it was on the animal. So yeah, he holds those really well. No complaints. They look good. Sculpt is, I mean, it's a tail. Sculpt looks good on the gun, but it's only the pinky bit that's painted. There's no other accessories. But you know, it's a fine looking gut laser. Size comparison size. This guy's a Voyager, so against Kingdom Earth mode size fight. See what I mean about them? Some of the later, because this mold's been done to death, so it's not as tight as the Siege version was. Yeah, so there you go. Voyager and Deluxe against a. You wanted to display him. Let's do that. Let's hold that just a little bit longer. Hold on, just a little bit longer for you people to appreciate. And with a 6-inch Marvel Legends, it's the villain, the Hood, Sans Hood. He's angry about it. Why is this tiger robot taller than me? Shut the fuck up, Hood. Especially when, you know, you're just a lowly Cobra accountant on the G.I. Joe classic scale with Raptor. Raptors are now more associated with dinosaurs than birds. Back in my day, it was all about the birds. And, you know, Tigertron seems like the guy who might, you know, hang out in a Crouchdale bar. So here he is with Mr. Crouchdale himself, award-winning Crouchdale from Bisto's Fisto. It's Fisto. Master of the Universe, don't you know? Right. And can we think of can anyone in the comments, if you've made it this far, think of a great Masters of the Universe pun for Fisto's Craft Ale Bar? And maybe for some of the beers as well. Knock yourselves out, guys. And here he is. Obviously, I've got to compare him with Eraser, who, minutes before we decided to film this video, her wing broke off. It snapped. Good. It's a clean break. It might take some Gorilla Glue. It might be able to be fixable, but because it's on such a hinge, you know, it'll never be the same again. You know, it's a pivotal point where it has to have that wing, this wing here, attached to that part there. It's such a pivotal place that I think that gluing it it's just holding off the inevitable, because it's just going to snap again, because it is an area that has a lot of force directed on it, especially when you get flappy with the wings. Don't know what I was doing that. Okay, transformation time. Like I said, I've shot myself in the foot on this one, saying easy peasy, dragon teasy. Take the weapons off first. First mistake. First mistake, noob, it says in the comments. You can transform him with his weapons in his hands. Right. So we're just going to unplug these side bits, because they've been wanting to do that from the beginning. We'll swish that head around, maybe. Pull that up, like so. Nodders. With that, maybe we'll put these I don't know, back again, this way. Yeah, we'll swivel the head back around, and there you go. Tiger head complete. Let's see. And we'll move it like so. We'll utilize the double jointed elbows. Hasbro are not generous. They will have given these for a reason. Let's see, so we'll flop this up, maybe. That kind of moves there. Should it do? We don't know. I think that definitely is the back. And these are definitely paws. These ankles here. We're just gonna these ankle hands. We're just gonna fold those up there, and we're gonna pull out the tiger legs like so, and push these ankles in, which pushes out a fillet there. That's good. I like that. I like that. I'll move that. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's I feel like we're getting somewhere here. So we'll move these double joint elbows all the way in, click those together, and then we just have to figure out how invasive these side pieces go. Let's have a look. So it almost feels like there should be, let's have a look. Maybe a bit that slides somewhere. That's definitely screwed in, but that feels like definitely the elbow should go into this groove here. But it doesn't seem to have enough room for this bit here. So it's like this bit is connecting with that bit there. So I feel like that these double elbows, these double jointed elbows should be just a little bit higher somehow. Oh Christ. Well, it's furrowed brow time here. Easy peasy, tiger easy squeezy. That we're trying to figure out that one missing bit of transformation that means that these should interact somehow. Let's see, maybe we need to drop them down even further. Right, okay. There you go. So we drop them down. We drop the L, rather than doing them really tight upwards, you need to just drop them down a little bit. There we have Tigertron in, we'll put the tail on. Put the tail on. Tigertron, it is Tiger mode. Hey! Who would have thunk Tigertron turned into a tiger? Not me. Whoa. What a surprise. Again, he's white and stripy like a humbug. There's some kind of like staining on here. I remember when the original photographs came out, looked egregious, but it's hardly noticeable here. Not under these lights anyway. It doesn't look as bad as I think the production photos made it look like. I like his eye. He's got like gold eyes, all like that. And let's see, yeah, he's got an opening mouth, but they've not painted his tongue. It's sinful. There's his whiskers. Anyway, associated with whiskers somewhere. There's his gut gun. There's no texture or stripes on this part of it, so I'm guessing it doesn't actually take part in the transformation anywhere. So you can just sling it in his undercarriage there. I could be wrong when we look at the instructions, but all in all, yeah, that's honestly cool. You know, you've got a little bit of the turquoise here and here and here, that metallic turquoise. But I've always said, we're making beast animals, you're always up against it as you are than making cars and trucks, because cars and trucks you can hide a lot underneath them, but with, you know, trying to get that 360 degree transformation that you have with like jets or animals, more so because they've got all these extra limbs and shit. It's hard work, man. You know, that's why a lot of jet transformers just end up with just blocks of robot stuck on the undercarriage, and why you know, you can just forgive having just knobbly bits on a beast transformer. You just gotta, you know, you've just gotta rein in your expectations a bit, because, you know, obviously when you look under the car transformers, it's just all there, the heads and everything. So just handle your expectations, people. He's got a working mouth. The head doesn't move any, which is a shame. He's got a ball joint on this leg, so it can give you the cool flying tiger pose. Hidden dragon. Where's the dragon? It's hidden. Hi guys, I'm Tigertron. Hi. Yeah. Forgive me. Got an awkward bend here. That is knee, front leg knee, elbow, front leg elbow, I don't know. And a hinge ball joint at his paw. Shame his paws aren't painted. Oh, that'd be, if he had some little cute little toe beams. He's got the toe beams are there, but they're not painted. Back legs, no toe beans. Yeah, on a ball joint and a hinge again. And there's a bit of a, again, another awkward bend there at the back leg knee. The back legs are definitely knees. The front legs, I'm not even sure we could call them elbows or not. Well, yeah, you can do some weird articulation should you want it. And his tail can swivel and obviously come out as well. If you pull it too hard, tigers are a wonderful thing, you know. I suppose you can bend that hinge there if you want. More the wonderful thing about tigers if you just want stuff of nightmares, you can do that. Yeah, I like the gold eyes, I like paints, but it's just, you see that artwork, how ferocious he looks, and then he's quite cute there. It's especially just how pink his nose is. It's just that shade of pink that is in his nose is just adorable, and should have been used on his toe beans. Tigertron, everyone. He's a Voyager, all the joints feel tight. He's cool. If you're into that kind of thing. Beast Wars, isn't it? I like Beast Wars. He was a character in Beast Wars for a bit until he disappeared, and then got conjoined with Hellraiser. Spoilers, made another guy who appeared in a couple of episodes and then was dead again. Which hopefully, I hope they bring in Tigerhawk as a kind of leader class figure at some point. Yeah, we'd like Tigerhawk, and I don't know if I'd go for Tigerhawk or wait for the inevitable Universe Razor Claw repaint. I can't even speak my words anymore. So with that, we're going to leave now, and we told you everything at the front end that you could do. So all that's left for us is to reach out across the world, across the screen, give all each other a good old fist bumping. Fisto!